Hello, long time no see. I have not filmed a video in months. COVID has just kind of made it impossible for me to want to film beauty content because I don't want to wear makeup most of the time. But I am reinvigorating this channel. I am reinvigorating what I'm going to be doing on this channel. Last year I embarked on a form of a no-buy. Not just for makeup, for books, for clothes, for frivolous spending in general, going out to eat, coffee, anything that I didn't need or that didn't enhance my life, I cut out. That didn't last very long though, because come like April, May, I was in lockdown and feeling really shitty, so I did start to buy stuff. But I have decided this year to start doing that again. I might have a video all about this coming soon, but going along with that, I want to use up my shit. I want to use up or declutter my shit. So as a part of that, I am going to be doing a rolling project pan for the year 2021. I love project panning. I really didn't do much of it last year. I have certain things that I'm constantly trying to use up. So I always have a fragrance that I'm trying to use up. I tend to not open too many skincare at once. So like a moisturizer, a toner, a serum, I try to only have open one at a time, but I'm not always the greatest at that. This is for more of the stuff that I find myself not using, not reaching for. I haven't used a lot of makeup this year. I don't think a lot of us have, but I do want to kind of restart, refresh, and make myself feel better, because really having a face of makeup on does make me feel better. So I think it's important to remember when I wake up and I'm in no mood to put on makeup. So I'm hoping having all of these items in my project pan will encourage me to use them and to do things that feel like too much work. Let's get into it. It's not a full face, but it's almost a full face. I will be hopefully doing monthly check-ins. I know a lot of year-long rolling pans, people do seasonal swap outs or quarterly swap outs. I'm not going to let myself do like quarterly swap outs per se, but I am going to let myself, like, if in a month I realize something has just gone bad and I need to throw it away, or I'm just not enjoying using something anymore, I will let myself get rid of it, basically. So it's either use it or get rid of it. And I think I've picked products that will apply themselves well to those. So without further ado, let's get into the stuff I'm going to be trying to use up this year. So starting with makeup, the first item is the Origins Original Skin Pore Perfecting Cooling Primer with Willow Herb. A lot of this stuff is getting old, and I know this is getting old. It's in packaging that makes me less worried about it, but I also just want to use it up because I know there's not too much left in here. I just have found myself not reaching for this, so I need to just put it where I'll use it and use it up. I can't really see how much I have left, but I can shake it and I can hear that there's not a lot of product. Next up, I don't have a liquid foundation for this part of the pan yet because I am going to be trying to use up my IT Cosmetics Celebration Foundation. This has 50+ SPF and is in the shade Fair. So I got this a while ago and I don't hate it. I do have a little bit of pan there, but it's definitely not my favorite. I don't like my powder foundations to need to be set. I think that's kind of wasteful and annoying, honestly. So this is not my favorite as far as powder foundations go, and I kind of just realized that I assume that this is easier than a liquid foundation, but in a lot of ways it's just as difficult. I need to just use this up and work on my liquid foundations, but I know that if I always have this, because in my head this is easier, I will always pick this over my liquid foundations. Concealers. We have the Bare Minerals Blemish Rescue Skin Clearing Spot Concealer in Fair 1C. I actually don't have much of this left. I was actually really surprised by how little I have left. I do like this. I've actually reinvigorated this in a lot of ways in my routine. For a while I wasn't wearing anything, and then I was just wearing eyebrows and mascara, and now I've started to at least cover up my blemishes and do some under eye concealer, so this hopefully shouldn't take me long. Going along with that, we have the Becca Light Shifter Brightening Concealer in shade 1. This looks really gross. It's a sponge tip applicator and it's very brightening. It doesn't have a lot of coverage, but it brightens a lot. So I have found myself not reaching for this because it doesn't have the coverage. I will reach for like my Jouer concealer for under my eyes, but I do want to start to get in the habit of reaching for this either in tandem with the Jouer or like on light makeup days, just popping this on instead. So I can't see how much I have of this. It's a click up, but hopefully I'll soon know how much or little I have left. Next up, we have some powders. This is my Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder in 1. I have had this for so long and I honestly just want to get rid of it. I use it almost always under my eyes. Every time I put under eye concealer on, I almost always use this. So I guess need to wear under eye concealer more and remember to grab this and use it up because I know this is getting old. It hasn't changed or anything, but I know it's old. Then we have the Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder. This is a mini of it. I actually really like this. This is the one that was supposed to be cooling. And I like it just fine. I think it plays really well with the It Cosmetics powder foundation. I don't look overly powdered when I put this on, so that's good. And I just have a lot of other setting powders that I want to get to, but I want to use up the ones that I already have open first. And then my Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette is still around. I know this is old, but I don't care. Honestly, I don't have too much left. This is dim light and I just have like little spots. This is incandescent light and I still have a decent amount of that. And then this is radiant light and I would honestly like to use this a little bit more. I know I mostly just use the dim light and incandescent, but I would like to reach for radiant and just like dust it around for some warmth on my face every once in a while, especially in like warmer months. So I'm hoping that I can use this to a point where I feel okay getting rid of it. Then we have a really old blush. Like, and I know this is really old, but I think I keep putting it in pans because I just want to get my use out of it because I do really like it, and that's the Hervana Benefit Blush. This is, I mean, very old. You can't get this anymore, and I think that's another issue is that I can't get this anymore, and I do really like it. I like the way it looks on my cheeks. I like that I have pan on it already, so I would just like to use more of this and also kind of come to terms with the fact that it's old and I need to get rid of it. So it's in here. Then we have a highlighter, and this I'm uncertain of. I keep going back and forth about whether or not I want to just declutter this or if I want to pan it or try to pan it or just try to use it more. I don't think I'll be able to pan it, but we'll see. This is the Becca highlighter in Champagne Pop. It's just a little dark for me, honestly, and I don't find myself reaching for this much. I have quite a few other Becca highlighters. I love the formula, but this color doesn't quite do it for me, so I'm gonna try it for a month, and if I'm just like, eh, I'll declutter it, and if I'm not like meh, I'll just keep trying to use it up until I am like meh. So this is probably leaving my collection within the next 6 months. On to eyeshadow. I was going to pick like a full-size palette, but then I realized that I wanted to play more with my makeup palettes and see which ones that I can and like that I do really like and don't want to get rid of, and which ones that have just sat in my collection and I don't really want to use. So I decided to go with the Naked Basics palette. I know it's old, it still works fine. It's also great for work makeup because it's all just like matte, simple colors, so I can just dust it on without looking like, wow, she's trying a lot. Hopefully get some more use out of this. I also have the second one as well, which feels really pointless to me, to be honest. So one of them is going to be leaving. So I'm either going to pan it or declutter it. A lot of stuff is like that. I'm either going to pan it or I'm going to get rid of it. This just seemed like a good option so that I can still play with other palettes, and this can be used in tandem with those and get a good idea of what I want to keep, but also still be panning something. Then we have the eyeliner that will not die. This is my little Urban Decay dual-ended one. I have no idea. I don't even know what colors these are anymore. It's a black and like a brownish. I reach for these a lot. I use the brown on my bottom and I tightline with the black on the top. And this is almost done. I think I'm just waiting until I feel like I really can't use it anymore, and then I'll get rid of it. So we'll see how long that takes. Okay, for lips, I have a Bite lip liner. This is the Bite lip liner in 050. It's just like a cool toned nude, and if I figured it was just a good one to try to use up. Bite products tend to go bad pretty quickly, so that is one reason why it's in here. I also have two other little mini Bite lipsticks. So this is the lip crayon in Tort, and that's what that looks like. And I have quite a bit left, as you can see, but we'll see how much I can get done. That's in there. And then I also have the mini lipstick in Chai. I like it. My lipstick is something else I just kind of want to play more with, like my palettes, and see what I can get rid of. I did quite a large lip declutter back in September, so I just want to see what else I can live without, and I figure putting some minis in my pan will help me, you know, continue to use stuff up, but also encourage me to use other stuff in my collection. And if it just turns out that I don't like that stuff, I will just get rid of it. Now on to the non-makeup items. First up, for hair, I have the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day Nightcap Overnight Perfector. This I just put in my hair on nights before I'm going to wash my hair, because otherwise my hair gets kind of oily. And I just kind of want to use this up and see what it does. I've used this before and I don't think it does anything, so other than maybe make my hair oily. So we'll test it out, and if I really hate it, we'll get rid of it and try something else, but for now, we'll try to use it up. We have a nail polish. This is the Deborah Lippmann polish in Mild Flame. This is actually like my all-time favorite red nail polish, but I know it's getting old and I don't want it to dry up before I can actually get good use out of it. I need to start painting my nails again because I'm not letting myself like get manicures, and I'm not letting myself buy more nail polish or more of my Impress nails, which is honestly what I do most of the time. But I do need to just start using my nail polish collection because I know it's all gonna start going bad. So this is the first one. For fragrance, I'm actually really excited. I used up quite a few fragrances in 2020, just the way my system that I use for fragrance, because I do have over 30 perfumes. And then I have a lot of samples. So I'll do one perfume for my collection for a week, then a sample for a week, and then whatever fragrance I'm trying to use up. So this is going to be the one that I'm going to use up, start the year off by using up. I hope I can get through this. This is Commodity Book. This is only 10 milliliters. I'm almost halfway through with it. I don't love this. It almost smells like mold sometimes, but it's definitely wearable, so I will be using that up. I do want to get rid of most of my travel sprays because I just don't reach for them. I'm always going to reach for a full-size perfume. So I do just want to get rid of some of the travel sprays because I just don't even take them traveling. So what's the point? Next up, we have body care. My age-old problem is that I never use body moisturizer or body lotion, and I have quite a few of them. So I would like to make a dent on them this year. This is the Soap & Glory Righteous Butter. It's probably my all-time favorite. This is how much I have. And I mean, I need to use it. I have dry skin because it's winter, but I just hate the feeling of feeling like sticky and slippery. So we need to get over that and just use it. Now we have some skincare. First up, we have the Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm. This is not one of the full size, but still I've had this for so long and I still have so much of it. I need to stop taking like the easy way out and actually like take my makeup off each day instead of using like micellar water and a cotton round, like actually washing my face. So I'm hoping some of these will instill better habits, and this is part of that. I just want to remember to take my makeup off each day and actually wash my freaking face. Going along with that, this is the Pharmacy Sleep Tight Firming Night Balm. And yeah, I actually had a sample size of this a while ago and loved it. And then I got the full size and then just like never used it. This is like a full little thing, and I know this is probably getting old, so I want to use it at least a little bit. Yeah, I remember when I used the sample, it made my skin tone so even and like took away so much of the redness in my skin that I normally wake up with. So like I just need to use it. And if it went bad, get rid of it. And last up, we have some masks. So we have the Probably oldest clay mask in my collection. This is the Origins Clear Improvement Active Charcoal Mask to Clear Pores. This is a full size. As you can see, I haven't used much of it, and I just need to do it. I'm so lazy when it comes to skincare and masks. So at least at night, like morning skincare, I can pretty much remember to do, but night skincare, I'm the worst. Or like extra little things like this, I'm the worst. So hopefully having it in here will force me to at least make a dent. And finally, going along with that, sheet masks. These are not all my sheet masks. I have tons. And to be honest, I don't love sheet masks. So it's one of those things that I'm just like, oh God, the sheet masks. I've got to use the sheet masks. But I'm hoping by putting them in my project, I will use them and make a dent, because I kind of just don't want to own them anymore. And I want to focus on my other masks, the ones that I do enjoy using when I use them. So that's everything in my project pan. It's, I think, kind of doable. Some of these items are impossible, and I think I'm just kind of using the last ditch ever before I get rid of them, but we'll see what happens. I'm hoping to cut down on my makeup collection quite a bit this year, and this is part of that. So thank you so much for watching. Comment down below if you'll be doing a project pan this year. Comment, like, subscribe, all the normal stuff, and I'll see you really soon. Bye.